Give it the true shot. I want 7.5 million over my head, money hitting under my bed. Baby, let me talk about it, let me talk about it, let me talk about it. I'ma grind on heavy till the fam get fed. They gotta be good when I'm dead, man. Let me talk about it, let me talk about it, let me talk about it. I'ma grind on heavy till the fam get fed. They gotta be good when I'm dead, man. Let me talk about it, let me talk about it, let me talk about it.
We just gonna have a dope conversation.
Nice.
So I wanna thank everybody right now for tuning in to another episode of In True Form. I'm your host, Corey Truesdale. Got a special guest with me. And correct me if I'm wrong. Is it Luis or is it Louis?
Okay. Well, we're in America now, so it's Louis.
Okay.
But in Puerto Rico it's Luis. But
I like Luis, man.
Do you?
I love Luis, man.
Okay. Well, or Lou.
Yeah.
Torres. Last name Torres.
Lou Torres.
Lou Torres.
He is the owner, CEO, businessman, entrepreneur of CocoCrissi.
Yes, sir. CocoCrissi.
Based out here in Durham, North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I appreciate you taking the time out. I met Lou during my daughter's graduation. She got her master's out there at NCCU, and he was out there serving the community. We walked by the first time. She saw your truck,
Yep.
and she was like, "Oh, Daddy, you gotta try them. You gotta try them." And I was like, "Try who?" She was like, the blue truck right there. She said, "Oh man, they serve on the campus." And she said, "It's the best ices I've ever had."
Nice.
And the first thing I told her was, I done had some ices in Philly and New Jersey.
Yeah.
I was like, is it like that? And she was just like, I don't know. She a Georgia girl.
Okay.
So we circled back around. I did her photos, came back around, and my son and the two girls got some. Let me try it. Gave them the parent tax.
Okay.
And it was mind blowing. It took me back home.
Yes.
It made me feel like I was in New York, Manhattan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you going around and you looking at the museums and stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody on the side, hey, yo, come get an icy.
Yeah, coco, mango, cherry. Yeah.
You just made me think of Do the Right Thing.
Yeah.
Spike Lee. That's what you see on there, man.
Yeah.
So I do want to tell you, give you your flowers early.
Thank you.
What I seen, the impact that you had out there, what stood out the most was not just what you were serving.
Okay.
It was your sons, your kids working with you.
Yeah.
Bring me back. How did that start? Because I know Coco and Chrissy has a lot to do with your kids' names.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Dope, man. Man, that was a nice intro, bro.
Nah, man, I appreciate it.
And it was unscripted.
It was very unscripted.
That's awesome. So you hit a lot of key things that actually brought me joy because, when I started the company, let me take it back. In 2007 is when I got the idea. Okay. And it came through prayer. One night I just prayed. I said, Lord, I was in corporate working in the park, RTP, background software sales. Okay. And I just remember sitting at my desk looking out the window like just not being fulfilled. And I saw the corporate politics and favoritism. I'm like, yo, this is whack. Mm-hmm. So I prayed that night. I went home. Never even thought about running my own business. But I went home that night and just my prayer was, Lord, I want to run my own business. What do I do? That's it. That was the prayer. Went to sleep, woke up the next morning, sat up. First thing I said, Icees. Holy Spirit just spoke through me right into my ear. And I knew at that time, growing up in New York City as a kid, like bringing the Italian ice down south was the move. Like, I know about business. I knew about sales and marketing, never entrepreneurship. But when I said it, the dollar signs started going in my head. And I knew that idea was the move. That was in 2007. Okay. The business started in 2009. 2 years of fear and procrastination stopped me from moving forward.
Stop right there.
Yeah.
Fear and procrastination.
Dream killers.
Imposter syndrome.
Yep.
You having that background of sales. You already have the drive and the mentality to make money. Yes. Because you've been in sales. I've worked in sales too. I got about 15, 20 years of experience in sales. Door to door. Yeah. All of those different kind of things. Getting the no's, three no's in the go. Yep. All that stuff. Yeah. How did that part shape you? And then how did it kind of limit you with that delay until 2009?
Well, the delay was because, I was married, I was a young adult, early mid-20s, and I had 2 boys, Christian and Carmelo.
Okay.
But I was the sole provider, financial provider of the home. Their mom was, an at-home mom.
Okay.
She was an entrepreneur in her own aspect, where she had ideas and she worked really hard. It just wasn't producing money to help with bills. It was money for her.
Yeah.
But I watched her like really grind. First one up, last one to go to sleep, really grind out. But the fear for me was I'm the provider. Mm-hmm. And I have a corporate job that was my safety net, and I had insurance, and I just couldn't leave that.
Right.
And jump out there. And in 2009, God spoke to me again, but like a father scolding his child. If you don't do what I told you to do, I'm gonna give your blessing to somebody else.
Wow.
That's exactly the message that I got. And it pushed me and said, okay, Lord, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll try out this summer. If I fail, I fail. Mm-hmm. But at least I tried. As I started to move forward with it, with the idea, everything started to fall into place.
Okay.
The money, the product, a van. And I jumped out there that first summer. Mm-hmm. And I was working and running and starting this business.
Okay.
Okay, give it a shot. But that was summer of 2009. December 2009, their mom and I separated, and I was forced out the home. And now, going into spring of 2010, now it's, okay, I got to pay for the living expenses, daily expenses, but also survive. So I had nowhere to go.
Right.
I was living couches in my car.
What kicked in at this point?
Oh, now it's sink or swim.
Right.
So that's what I'm getting at. It's not like I had the luxury of savings and say, okay, I'm gonna leave my job and start this business, and I have a year of savings to give it a shot. No, it was sink or swim. Like I couldn't fail. So it was like I was thrown into the deep end, and now I had to learn how to swim. And that was my mentality for the next 2-3 years. There was no comfort zone.
Where did that come from, though? Because when you talk to certain individuals, when people fail in life, they give up. Yeah. They find excuses. Yeah. They put obstacles in their own way. Mm-hmm. What do you do, or what did you do during that time to get you to have that mindset and get out of the trenches? And why is it also, it's a double part question, why is it also, when you do have that grind mentality, why is like hardship, trauma is the catalyst sometimes? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're probably the 15th, 16th person that I've interviewed. Okay. Out of that percentage, about 90% of everybody that I've sat here and talked to have gone through hardship before they take off. Yes. What is that? That's in almost any successful person. The greatest ideas and the greatest motivation comes when your back's against the wall and you're at the bottom and you're looking up. There's no cushion. Sometimes you just gotta hit rock bottom. You just gotta hit it just to be able to see the light. And it's also part of where I'm from. I'm from New York City. There we go. And I grew up in an era, in the 80s, where the crack epidemic, the drug epidemic, where I'm walking to school and I see crack vials on the floor and needles and stuff. And it's a survival of the fittest mentality from the time you're little. You can't, ride your bike and just put it down and go play. You come back, your bike is gone. Okay, so now you got your eyes on your bike. Somebody want to ride. Hey, let me hold your bike. Nah, you can't ride. You know what's up. My mom said nobody can ride my bike. At all. But from the time I was little, your guards were always up. Yeah. And it was fight or flight mode always. So as an adult, when I'm faced with that challenge, even now, it's like the school of hard knocks. My education is what makes me want to get through it. Right. There was no easy trail. There was no easy path. Everything you had to work for, you had to earn it.
respect, everything. It wasn't given to you. So 09, 2010, 2011, while the infant stage of the business, it was, plus, I take pride in taking care of my family, and it's part of my culture.
Yeah.
Puerto Rican is, machismo, like a man.
Everybody.
And I'm not just saying, exactly. It's just we take pride in making sure our family is okay.
Word.
And for me, it was like I had to do what I had to do to make sure that my kids were good.
What challenges did you face? 2009. Getting out there, you out there at the parks. Mm-hmm. What are the challenges that you face? Because a lot of people, I ask these questions because a lot of people that's viewing and listening, and you're gonna have listeners from Spotify, iHeartRadio. There's gonna be somebody that was you before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's also people that watch you and they be like, oh man, Lou got it, man. He good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they not realizing that it's something that comes along with that.
Yeah.
What did those challenges look like early on?
Oh man, so much. It was financial challenges. What I know now, mental. Mm-hmm. Mental health. Like, I was going through things.
Word.
And shoot, let's be open about it right now. Let's talk about it. Yeah. I mean, it's I'm uprooted from my home. Mm-hmm. I'm not there with my kids day to day. Seeking validation, seeking love, and I'm out of my comfort zone. Mm-hmm. So to find comfort and to find some kind of validation, like I found it through lust. Mm. If I felt wanted and appreciated mm-hmm. for what I was doing, then it gave me some kind of validation at that moment.
Achievement.
Yeah.
You got a mark in your book.
But what it did, it actually was like my destruction. Mm. For my I had 2 marriages.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 failed marriages, and and it was all the same thing, infidelity.
Yeah. Okay.
And even through relationships, like I just never really connected with one person because I got used to a certain lifestyle. Right. And it wasn't until recently, within the last year or so, through therapy and through a healthy relationship, like I'm finding that, okay, all that energy that I was putting outside of what's important to me.
And putting that into your business.
Into my business, but now that I'm doing that, this is our best year ever.
It's easy work.
Bro, we're up 100% this time versus last year. I have a staff of 30 employees.
Word, that's good, man.
And they run it.
Yeah, you look chill.
Bro,
he don't even look like he did anything with some ices today. So my man is like, hey, what's up? We sitting here, we gonna do this?
Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
It's a blessing, bro. Like I spent more weekends home this year
than you ever had.
Ever.
You spend more time with your son?
Yeah.
And you got just sons, right? Or you have a daughter?
So I have 3 boys that I created, okay. But I was blessed with a bonus daughter, and
That's
she
dope.
is my life.
That's dope.
How
old is she?
She's 5 turning 6 in August.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I had my oldest is 21. She's my bonus daughter.
Nice.
I married her mom. And
hey man, look. Respect,
bro. I know the stepdad life, man.
Yeah.
In there. She called me daddy for the first time.
Oh, you about to make me cry, bro, on live, man.
2 weeks ago.
Amen.
So she typically calls me Diddy. I know.
Look, my eyes teary-eyed a little bit. Hold on, man.
Hey, since when she was 5.
Yeah.
She knows her dad.
Okay.
She knows who her dad is. But she felt conflicted calling me daddy. She knew who her dad was. So, she had a little meltdown when she was 5, 6 years old. That's when I married her mom's. And then she always have called me daddy. Diddy. And she'll refer to me as her dad.
Yeah.
She'll be like, hey, daddy called you guys, like telling her younger siblings, daddy called you, or daddy wants you. But she'll say, hey, Diddy, can you make me something to eat? Hey, Diddy, can you take me here? Or Diddy, can you throw me a... So last week she was like, hey, daddy, my suitcase is over there, you can put it in the car. I was like, what you just say? and I had a moment.
Yeah.
I went into the garage. I was putting her suitcase in the trunk, and my middle daughter came out there, and I had to tighten up real quick because they didn't understand where I was feeling on that. So that just made me, you touched me with the bonus daughter.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a constant symbol to them.
Yeah.
So you creating an entrepreneur lifestyle for them.
Yeah.
So your boys is checking that out.
Yep.
They seeing daddy work. You teaching them the ins and the outs of the business. And what can you sit back and appreciate by watching them? Because you've been doing this since 07, 06, 09. 09 it was official.
Official 09, yeah.
They've been viewing that and watching you grow. What have they taken from you in their growing adulthood at this moment?
I'm going to answer that. It's a dope question because it applies to them, but also the rest of my staff.
Okay.
Because I through my role as I'm the boss, I'm the owner. They report to me, but the way I teach anybody who works underneath me, same way I teach my sons. I want to teach young brothers and sisters to think and act like entrepreneurs. But with my boys, I remember early on, it was probably 2010, 2011, and I had them for the week or the weekend, and that day we had to do icy work.
Okay.
Which was, go get supplies, go get product, and I had an employee at the time. Dropped him off at the event. It was a sunny day like today. It was a hot day. Daddy, I want to go to the pool. Not today. I can't. We got to do this. They were upset.
Right.
Like any other kid, they'd rather be in the pool. But we had to run business stuff. So they came with me to get the cups, the spoons, the ices, drop Corey off, then go pick up Corey, drop him off. Boom. End of the night, I sit him on the counter in the kitchen. Guys, remember you wanted to go to the pool today? Yeah, we rolled past the pool. All the kids was playing. It's a nice hot day. Yeah. What did we do today? We went to get ices. We went to get cups. We dropped Corey off. Okay. You're right. Did Daddy scoop any ice today? No. Okay. Well, look at all this money Corey made Daddy. And Daddy paid Corey. But Daddy didn't work for this. Okay? Now tomorrow, we don't have nothing to do. Tomorrow we can go to the pool. But look at all this that we made today. And that was like, man, this story is dope that I'm telling you right now. Like, that was like the best way to paint entrepreneurship
that was a huge
to a 6 and 8 year old at the time.
That's a huge teaching moment.
Yeah.
Man.
So
I was just telling my man that I interviewed recently. He's a motivational speaker and MC. His name is Larry Long Jr.
Okay.
And we was just talking about how we pour into our sons and stuff like that. But one of the things that I had to incorporate with my son is to cheer and show him excitement when I'm trying to give him a task to do around the house. Because the newer generation, these younger kids, they get really emotional when you, I don't even want to use the word break them down, when you are a little firm on them. Because us being from up north, we grew up in the 80s and the 90s, so our discipline was different than what they're dealing with. So, I got to go to Jaden and say, hey, man, come on, let's get that trash outside, bro. And he gets excited at 9 years old.
Okay.
Instead of being like, hey, I need you to take the trash out. And he'd be like, oh, because I don't want him to be upset every time he's doing responsibility. Yeah. So by you sitting down and having that conversation, showing them the money, showing them the green, but also showing like, hey, daddy ain't sweat. They're looking at that like, oh, I can do that too. But in their own child way. Yeah. So how old are they now? So
Christian, Chrissy, Carmelo, Coco. CocoCrissi comes from their nicknames when they were younger. They're 23 and 21 now. Yeah, 23 and 21. They help a lot with the business. Yeah. They still want to explore options that they want to pursue in life.
What do they like?
They love music. Okay. Music, Christian loves Jimi Hendrix head, bro. Like so. Oh yeah, he's nice.
Soul.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They old school.
That's what's up.
Like Mello's 21. His playlist consists of Otis Redding and bro, Marvin Gaye. Like
some gifts.
Yeah, bro.
You got some gifts.
And Jay-Z, Tupac. They know 90s hip hop more than I do.
Like producing and doing.
Not even. No. They like actual instruments, bro.
Really?
Like Mello plays the bass, a little electric, little drums, but Christian is electric.
Yeah.
Chris actually was in Pittsburgh this weekend. He just threw himself out there playing at a bar this weekend.
You ever have him play at your events?
They bring their guitars with them everywhere.
Yeah.
So if it's a little slow, they got their little speaker and they'll draw a little crowd. But
ooh, that sounds like a vibe.
They are, man. They so and I'm for it. The business is here. Like I told them, I would love for you to run with this, right? But I want you to be happy. I want you to pursue what you want to do. You still need to make your own money.
Yeah.
Okay, so you still got to work.
Right.
But in the end, if this is not what you want to do, that's fine, because the CocoCrissi is bigger than just for the family. It's
right.
It's for the community, and it'll continue to grow. But when they're told to do something, or even they see things the way I see, like they really think like entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
But they get it honestly from both their mother and their father. Their mom is an entrepreneur, still is, and so they've seen that lifestyle of working hard and going the extra mile. Christian, when he's running a show that I'm not there, I'm getting phone calls from other vendors who know me, like, yo, your son looks like he's out, he's analyzing. And Mello too, just.
They don't want to make no mistakes.
Delegating, making sure the operation is running well.
How does it make you feel?
Bro, that's the ultimate high five.
That's dope.
When I'm not there, and then my colleagues, other vendor owners, business owners are praising my sons.
Yeah.
Like that's dope, bro.
But you sowing so much seeds into them, man.
Yeah.
Like when you get 60, 70 years old, 80 years old, they gonna be doing stuff, man, that you did, but times 10. And they're tapped into the old culture.
Yes.
And they tapped into their culture.
Yes.
So that's just they gonna win all the way around.
I mean, using a baseball terminology, as parents, we want to start our kids off at second base in scoring position.
I like that.
Not from the batter's box, like how we had,
Yep.
We had to start from the batter's box. We got to look at a pitch. We had to swing and miss. But if you're on second base, chances of you scoring is higher.
Yeah.
So, you
have to set them up for that.
Exactly.
Like that.
Set your kids up so they can be in second base, so it's easier to score.
Tell the camera right there, bro, where they can find you.
Yep.
Before we take this break. Where they can find you, what's your socials, what's your website? Let them know real quick.
Social and website is all the same, CocoCrissi, which is CocoCrissi. Our store location is 1705 US 70 in Durham, North Carolina. If you're in the area, it's in the Bride Creek area, and we're right on the corner of South Miami and 70, next to Burger King, Kiki's Tire, and McDonald's.
This episode of In True Form is brought to you by Super Deodorant. The aluminum-free, fragrance-free deodorant that actually works. You just put this under your armpits. Promise you. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're on stage or in the gym or chasing purpose, Super Deodorant has your back and your pits. No harsh chemicals, no irritation, just confidence that lasts. Visit superdeodorant.com/intrueform. And if you sign up today, you'll get 10% off your first order. Smell less, do more. Peace. All right. How's my hair, man? Ain't them all over here, nothing.
I was admiring the tips, man. Everything is flowing naturally, bro. I'm a little envious right now, man.
Appreciate it. So, let you in a little joke, if you want to call it a joke. My grandmother watches my episodes. It's like 80-something years old.
Dope.
And I went to go see her recently in Georgia, and the first thing that came out of her mouth was, "Why you be telling everybody how your hair look. I was like, oh, she be watching that episode. So I said, now I gotta ask every time my episodes come on, because she's looking for that. Before I started it off, like in the first few episodes, I started off as a joke. You know what I mean? I had a few bald folks come in, some folks that, they ain't getting the hair or the beard. So, I can't mess with you with the beard, because you got the beard, you clean.
Look, I just grew it this year, man, for the first time, man.
It's a look.
My personal stylist, man, she likes it, so.
All right, man, we appreciate y'all again for tuning in and staying locked in with In True Form. We got Lou Torres with us, CEO, owner of CocoCrissi, based out of here in Durham, North Carolina. We was talking earlier about, your children and how you're shaping them up to be entrepreneurs and also allowing them to live their life. Fast forwarding, we're here, it's 2025. What's new? What's coming up for CocoCrissi that people should be excited for, that you're excited for?
Well, we've been in business 17 years. Right now we're doing on average 5 festivals a weekend, anywhere all over the East Coast, which is a major milestone for us.
Absolutely.
And my phone every week is ringing with people looking for work. So, I pay my guys well.
Word.
It's not hourly pay, it's not daily pay. They make, plus their tips, they make way more than what their peers make, but I want them to feel that entrepreneur spirit.
Right.
Okay, well, if I sacrifice my time and my effort and I hustle hard, then I'm going to get rewarded for that.
Right.
Versus I'm going to work hard regardless for a company, make them a bunch of money, but I'm just going to get a set amount, each hour. So getting more vans, more trucks, more trailers, because the events are out there. And we have,
be looking.
There's always something to do, and I've been blessed. Like this year, I got some new blood on the team, and some young brothers and sisters. I got a young, Jazz. Jazz is 17 years old. Looked like she's 12.
Shout out to Jazz.
Yeah, she, I don't even think she's 5 feet tall, but she's in there. What needs to be done. So growing the business that way, so we do more festivals, but also we just finished year 1 with our storefront.
Okay.
And it did extremely well enough to say, okay, let's open up more.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, let's open up more. So
we was just talking about off camera where he's actually located from the storefront, and he's literally right around the corner from my office that I work out of, and I pass by it all the time. I'm always at the FedEx getting my business cards. FedEx right there. I go to Tropical Smoothie and grab me a smoothie all the time. So it's right here. So I'm actually excited. And you do catering. My company that I work for, they do a lot with the Cupcake Ferry.
Okay.
That's out of the area.
All right.
And I want to get them your information so you can try to get some opportunities to come up right in their little kitchen area and post up and, get that swag out here that's from up north.
Well, that's another avenue. There's so many different avenues I can and I am going with the business, but corporate catering is a market that we've been developing and growing because when people think of Icees, they think it's for kids, right?
And they think it's only outside,
right?
They
exactly.
Realize they can bring it here.
But over the last few years, our corporate catering side of the business is growing, where for us that's bonus money because that's not a festival Saturday, Sunday, so that's during the week. During the week we can't make festival money because there's no festivals going on.
Right.
So with our vans and our carts, we could do it inside or we can do it outside. And I want to start promoting Icy socials, right? Where we're coming to your office and maybe have a little speaker play, a little Bluetooth, just have a little vibe going on. Everybody, everybody's forced to leave their office, their cubes, whatever, for 30 minutes just to interact, take a break. And whether it's a small mom and pop operation or a major, Fortune 500 company, our price line is fit for anybody's budget.
Right.
So that's a whole nother market that we're going to tap into.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
When you talk about the festivals, what's been the largest festival that you played around with, man? And that's pretty much that you look forward to each year.
There's quite a few. There's One Music Fest, which is down in Atlanta.
Okay.
Which is like the Dreamville version.
Okay.
For adults. You know, like 40 plus, which is one of my favorite shows. 3 different stages.
That's the type of show that we have in Jill Scott.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You know, but not just that genre. Then they'll bring the whole Wu-Tang. Like one year, the lineup, the whole Wu-Tang was there. DMX was there. I got to see X in concert.
Wow.
Usher, Lil Jon, Pharrell doing all their hits. But anyway, that's one of them.
Yeah.
Another one would be actually locally here.
Okay.
It's not my biggest like money maker. We make good money, but I really enjoy the African American Festival in Raleigh.
Okay.
Bimbe in Durham.
Never heard of it.
Bimbe is like it's African American Cultural Festival. Black August in the Park.
I've been there once.
In Durham, and now that it's new to the circuit, but they're growing. Is that they're really pumping out like every month they're doing something different. But it's the NC Throwdown.
Really?
Which is NC Throwdown is it's a group where it's all black-owned food trucks. And they'll have a DJ. It's a whole vibe. The vibe, it's like a family reunion type of vibe. And everybody that attends, the energy is on 100. A lot of culture, a lot of love. So those events. The reason why I named those specifically is one, it's in our backyard.
Right.
2, it unites the culture that's in the triangle.
Yeah.
On a feel-good, brotherly, sisterly, family type of vibe.
That's dope, man.
Yeah. So
what else do you have coming down the line? You know,
festival-wise, or?
Well, aside from festivals, so
Okay.
you have the brick and mortar out.
Yes, sir.
Do you plan on scaling that and looking into getting another brick and mortar?
Yep.
Like what's that looking like?
So here's a proposition I put to my team, because people want to franchise the business. And I thought about it. That's how I thought, like, okay, in order to scale and really grow, I have to franchise it. And I had the pleasure of meeting Mark Cuban once.
Word.
Down in Charlotte at NBA All-Star Weekend. And we walked into
2017, 2018?
Around that time, yes, sir.
I know exactly.
Yep.
I was in Charlotte for All-Star Weekend.
Yep. Somewhere around that 2019, I forget when, but he was walking down the street by himself.
Just chilling. Nobody know who he is.
Nope. And I was 100 yards away, but I knew who he was. And I dropped what I was doing and ran up to him. And I asked for a picture. Well, I asked for a picture.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Cuban, you mind? He said, hey, no problem. Really dope dude. Took a picture. Everybody else saw that. They came over. They started taking pictures with him. He's focused on them and, entertaining them, taking pictures. And I'm on the side shooting my shot. Hey, Mr. Cuban, my name's Lou Torres. I started this Italian ice business. I brought it from up north. I started in 2009 with one cart. Now I owned, I forget what number it was at the time. And, I'm telling everything that I do, but through my business, I teach young men and women to think and act like entrepreneurs. That's what I said. That's what I ended with. And when I said that part, he looked at me, winked, and said, you're winning. So that told me that he was listening the whole time.
The whole time, yeah.
He's focused on them, on the camera,
but he know what you're
but he's listening to it. So he said, hey guys, I really got to go. Man, where's my hotel at? So where are you staying at, Mr. Cuban? He told me. I said, I can walk with you. I can show you how to get there.
Where's that? Yeah.
So he said, let's go. He says, tell me more about your business. What you're trying to do with it? I said, I want to franchise it. He said, no. He stopped. I said, do you mind if I record you sing? So we're walking and talking, and I'm recording what he's telling me. And he gave me, in 5 minutes, a quick blueprint what to do.
Right.
Which is...
$1 million advice.
Bro, I mean, it's, yeah. And I know that it's going to come full circle. I know I'm going to meet with him again.
Right.
He's going to know who CocoCrissi is, and I'm going to show him that video. And but since then, I've been doing exactly what he said, which was buy more carts, give my staff or people that manage my staff an incentive of type of ownership, take care of them and teach, managers how to manage. That way I don't have to do it. Well, now we're doing 5 festivals a weekend. I'm not there at each show. I'm not making the ice anymore. I'm not loading the trailers anymore. I have delegated people to do that. And it's that method has proven to me in my business that it works. So back to the stores, in the beginning of the season, I made a proposition to my guys, like, look, if you really want to take this to the next level, I want to open up shops all over North Carolina, but I can't do that myself.
Right.
You take the initiative, you work hard, you go the extra step, and you say, hey, I want to open up a store in Fayetteville or Rocky Mountain. Okay, we'll look at it. I'll finance it. You'll run it. We'll work out the numbers, because that's somewhat franchising it, but it's in-house.
Still keeping it in-house, yep.
Cookout is ran by one family.
Really?
300 plus stores. All the cookouts that you see is not a franchise.
I did not know that.
A friend of mine, he's an ops manager with Cookout, and he shared that information with me. So what that told me was like,
they ain't losing out on nothing.
Exactly, they get everything. Everything goes up the line. Even the burgers, they have their own farms. So we make our own Italian ice.
Like the black McDonald's.
Exactly.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah. So we make our own Italian ice.
Yeah.
Our business, CocoCrissi is my name. Everything's in house. I don't share with anybody.
And it don't taste like nothing else either.
No,
it tastes like yours.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing like saying a burger, right? McDonald's sells a burger, Burger King sells a burger, Angus Barnes serves a burger. They're all burgers, but Angus Barnes burger tastes a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing. You got a bunch of people selling Italian ice now.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that's making money and pursuing their dream and getting their ice, but
there's enough money out here for everybody.
It is. But I take pride in our brand and our product, which is different than everybody else's ice.
One of the things that you talked about earlier was you mentioned teaching.
Yeah.
You mentioned the young adults, bringing the staff in. What has that father figure mentality, big brother? You give me big brother vibes.
Yeah.
So,
Unc. No, with the gray, I'm Unc now.
I see the Kappa.
Yeah, I'm a Kappa.
One of my close friends, Charles Wells, out of Augusta, Georgia, he's a Kappa.
Okay.
Moses Taney, Kappas. I know a lot of Kappas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Troy Arnold, you might know him, but he just graduated from Wake Forest. Okay. And I know that as being in a fraternity, which is a brotherhood, building people up, iron sharpen iron, how has that been with finding the staff, separating business from mentor? You know, what does that look like, man, when it's just y'all chopping it up, man, you and your staff? Because I know you got a bunch of, from 17 years old, 16 years old, all the way to 30? Yeah. You big bro. Yeah, I am. How does that look? What does that look like? Peel that layer back for those that's watching who feels as though sometimes they can't work with an unk. They can't work with an entrepreneur. You're a big bro. Yeah. It's dope, because as a believer, in Christ, it's my ministry. My dad was a pastor, grandfather was a pastor. I wasn't no part of the pulpit, but it's my way. That's your pulpit. That is my pulpit, my business. However, over the years, I was mentoring them. But I was also showing them both sides, the good and the bad side. Which was the womanizing and chasing, and I'm showing them how to make money, but I'm also glorifying, and it was this year when God really sat me down and made me realize my role and the blessings that He gave me and my charge in their lives. So this year I've been more conscious about true mentorship, true advice, true leading by example, education. Recently I had a financial
guy come in to teach about financial literacy to my crew.
Yeah.
So
you need that, man.
Yeah.
Need that heavy in the community.
And I thought about that. I was like, I always showed them how to make money. But just because you make a lot of money, there's a lot of people who got.
What you do with it? You got to learn what to do with the money.
If you can't, like, the reason why a bunch of these NBA, NFL athletes go broke is because they never had money. Not all of them. I'm just saying a good number of them never had money. So if they made $300 a week, and they was broke until next week at $300. Well, now you're making $10,000 a week, but you're broke until next because you don't know how to manage that money. So your mentality is the same, whether you have $300. So just because you're blessed with a lot of money, you might spend it recklessly like you did when you never had it. And so I'm teaching my guys more about being financial literate and what to do with their money and back to, mentoring and being uncle, big brother. I love it because we have so much fun. When we go on the road to do these festivals, it's really not work.
Y'all chopping it up.
It's a road trip.
Let's go have fun.
Whether I'm there or not, like, okay, it's 4 of you guys, ages 18, 19, 21, 22. You're going to Georgia, Atlanta, to do the Atlanta Greek picnic. I'm not there. You get to go there on my dollar, and enjoy, the ambiance, the atmosphere, but at the same time, you're making money. It's not work when you're having fun.
Yeah.
So I love that. But also laughing with them, and they really come at me with some really deep questions.
I bet
that they don't have a dad or an uncle to bounce it off of, and I respect that. It's such an honor.
That's where I was peeling back to, because there are so many young brothers and sisters out there that don't have that father figure. There's not a lot of daddy's girls, because their daddy's not around. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of brothers out there that, they're raised by their grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Like I come from a 2-parent home, but my mother and my father split in 99, 2000, and I had to go stay with my grandparents through high school.
Yeah.
So, picking up the phone and being able to, call your pops, it's hard. Your pops is not really around, and they got you right there on speed dial. Yeah. And you pouring into them, you changing the way you were, giving them the jewels and the knowledge. You changed that approach because you wanted it to be rightful. You wanted it to be righteous. And, now you see you're reaping the benefits out of it in a positive way. Yeah. But, man, I sit here and I think about that, man. I try to put this audience in front of you because I don't want people to just look at it like, oh, he's just a business guy and he sells ices. I want people to be able to look at this interview and I want them to see the you, the you version. Yeah. So when they see you out and about, they're going to be like, man, he take care of them kids. Yeah. He's taught them, he's changed his life. And then it's CocoCrissi. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you hit it on the head. That's the path that I'm on right now. Yeah. I don't want to be known as the icy guy.
Word.
That oh man, he making money. That's a blessing. But there's so much more that I have here. And I'm not just saying that for sympathy or whatever. Nah, bro. Like I'm on a path right now where I want them to say, yeah, that's a good brother right there. And then he's a good businessman. Yeah. Because I have a lot of compassion for the community, for everybody. Back to what we were talking about mentorship and the kids coming to me. I got 2 young brothers on my team that they lost their dad this year, lost their grandfather the year before, and
is that two guys?
Yep, they're 2 men. The 2 men in their lives. But
my condolences to them, man.
But I've known them since they were little, and they're 16 and 15, but they've been with me about 3-4 years now. But before their dad died, their grandfather died, I promised them I'm gonna make men out these boys. And
so they was ill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm old school when it comes to now. I'm old school when it comes to my teaching because I'm an athlete, and I'm part of that era where the coaches,
Yeah.
Putting their hands on
you, man.
Yeah, but putting their hands on you and
love.
Exactly, get in the game.
Yep.
But I also learned like I have to manage and coach each person differently.
Yep.
So
that's the sales background.
Yes.
It's the corporate world.
And I'm learning.
You can't treat everybody the same.
And I'm learning that now. But now, with that approach, I'm seeing different results. But back to the boys, like there's times, and they're great. They're awesome kids, but there's times I'm getting on them, and I'm screaming on them, and I'm saying, "Why would you do that? That was," but I'll correct it by saying, "Look, I'm not upset with you.
Yeah,
it's I see something great in you.
Yeah, you got potential.
And if I just let you just be passive."
Create bad habits.
And then like, nah, I don't want to go to. I'm gonna go to the pool with my friends today. Like, why would you want to go to your pool with your friends today? Today's a work day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you don't have nothing to do.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a move for tomorrow.
Exactly. So
teaching them decision making skills. Just being able to compartmentalize to a lot of different things throughout life. But with you going through all the things that you've gone through, you're right there for them for when they fall and possibly need somebody to pick them up, keeping them out of the dark shadows. Real quick fun question for you before we start, closing down.
Okay.
What's the best flavor that you have at your shop, man? That this is something that I make. I need everybody to try when they walk in.
That's $1 million question. Everybody asks me that. What's my favorite? I really don't have a favorite. Okay. However, the crowd favorite, mango strawberry. Mango strawberry is definitely a good combination. Me being from New York City, coconut. Coconut, because my coconut is official. If you're from New York, you come in, you taste my coconut.
So you get the hydration, and you get the sweet fixing.
Yeah, well, not really hydration because there's a sugar in there, so you're still gonna be thirsty, but you'll get your fix at the moment. I drink a lot of coconut water, so I got to get my fix sometimes. Yeah, man, but I mean, we have 25 flavors in the store, one for every palate. We have a margarita flavor, which is surprisingly so good. We even have chocolate. Now, chocolate is a northern Jersey, New York flavor, and old school. Okay. So when an older couple comes in and asks for chocolate, I already know they from up top.
That's dope.
I got a customer that his brother has dementia, and 70-something years old, and I got containers on deck for him because something about the coconut ice, the chocolate ice, when his brother eats it, brings him back to...
That's wild.
Yeah, he just picked up 3 containers today.
That's wild.
Yeah, man, and that it blesses me, man.
That's how you know food, music, it's all psychological.
Yeah.
It's all psychological. You can listen to one of your old school joints. Yeah. And you know exactly where you were. Yeah. And that man has dementia. Yeah. And he can pick up that joint and know exactly where he was, what he's about to have. Yep. But that's crazy. Yeah. That's a walking testimony. Yeah. You have that in. If you had an opportunity to serve someone, dead or alive, your Icees, who would that person be?
Wow. Oh, man. I would have to go Roberto Clemente. I mean, I don't even know why, that, but the reason why, one, Puerto Rican legend, my family's from Puerto Rico. Not only was he the best right fielder ever to play the game, but he loved his culture, but he was a humanitarian.
You watched several interviews on him, right?
Whatever
you saw.
Yeah.
You know how he sound. Yeah. You know how he look. You know his mannerisms.
Yes.
If he took one bite of your Icy, what he saying? What he gonna say?
Oh man, que rico. I don't know. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. I just made that up, man.
I just made that question.
Yeah, I don't even know, man. Maybe he would say that, but yeah, he will speak in Spanish.
Hey, this is good. Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, that's basically what it is in Spanish. What I just said, que rico. Like this is really good. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
To close it out, man, I always ask this question. It's my signature question. But being in true form is you stepping into your purpose. You know, it's all about authenticity. What is your definition of in true form for Luis Torres in your everyday life and with CocoCrissi?
Wow. I guess living on purpose. Like, what do you do? The example that I set, the tone that I set, how does it affect everybody else? So I have to be the best version of myself, spiritually, physically, all the way around.
Somebody's always watching you.
So yeah, and understand that I understand my role is that I have eyes on me, and I have a bunch of people that I'm responsible for. So now I gotta walk this line, and it's not hard to walk. It's really not. I was scared to walk the line.
Yeah.
But now that I'm walking this line and just focus on my purpose and my passion, which is the business and creating legacy,
right,
and impact, it's that's in my true form right now.
My guy.
Yeah.
Before we leave, you know, I gotta shoot my shot. So this, you know, my true shot. One true shot photography is my photography business.
Okay.
And my shot that I'm shooting to you is, who can you bring on in true form that would love to share their story and that can take in true form to another level?
Like somebody else to interview?
Another guest.
Oh, I got a bunch of brothers.
Okay.
One at the top of my head is one of my best friends, Marcus Anderson.
Okay.
You familiar with him?
I am not.
Marcus is
definitely get there.
He's my frat brother, my golf buddy, but one of the dopest jazz musicians in the world.
Let's do it.
He got #1 songs, toured with Prince.
Okay.
Dave Kaz.
Yeah. I love music.
Oh yeah,
we sit down and talk about some music.
He'll do it too.
Yeah.
He's
hit him up for me.
Will do.
I appreciate you, man. All love, all family.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all tuning in to In True Form. Appreciate y'all, whoever's on TikTok that might not be on there now, but we're gonna be flowing. Everybody, y'all have a great day. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, bro.
My guy.
You was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I love your story, bro.
No,
and that's what I was.